Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Isaac. In this video we're talking about JavaScript behind a calculator. First of all, we all know what a calculator does. It performs our daily mathematical calculations. So generally, what's behind a calculator? What it generally does is, first of all, it takes the first number and then stores your operator. Then take the second number. When you press on the equal to sign, then it performs your calculation for you. Okay, so let's move on. Let's dive into it. So first, this element here helps to connect the calculator elements to the JavaScript. All this here, it helps to calculate. It helps connect the JavaScript to your calculator element. Without it, you cannot be able to control your calculator. You first of all, let me open it. Let me open our calculator. Let me open our web page calculator. Let's open our calculator. Here's our calculator here. So this helps me to get access to the screen and the buttons on the calculator. Without it, cannot be able to control the calculator. Okay, so let's move on. This we storing a variable to set a value. So here it allows us to enter our first number. So let's 7 be our first number and bring in our operator, and then helps me to reset it. Okay, so it's back to 0. Now let's move on to this. Here, instead of using a lot of add event system, we use only one using a loop. So it tells JavaScript to perform an action accordingly when an operator or a button is performed, is clicked. So it tells the JavaScript to do something when there's a button or a special action is clicked on. So if you click on 7 has come, it has performed an action. Click on this, it has related it. So that's the function of this. That's what it does. Now let's move on to this. So with this one, it displays the number that we enter. So here, any number that we enter here, 8 plus 2, any number you see we entered it, 2, it has come. Let's take 7, it displays it. So any number you enter at all to display it, that is function. Let's clear it off. And then also when you begin, you see when 7, let's take for instance 7, 8 and 9, that's the number we entered. Then you see when we pressed on this, it came 0. So this function, that's it. So it resets it back to 0. Set it back to 0 here. So it presses it back to 0 when you're about to type in a new something. You want to type in any new number or do another operation. Okay. So now let's move on. Let's move on to this. So this function, what it does is that it decides what to do when an operator or function is clicked. So it decides what to do when an operator or function is clicked. So for instance, let's press 7 plus, so 7 plus 8. So here you said 7 plus 8. So 7 plus 8, we all know that we are adding it. So it will add it for us and then give us a 15. So that's what it does. And then also we are saying that it does it does what it do when it decides what to do when an action or an operator is pressed. So when an action, so for instance we say this is an action which relates, so you see that it related it or that you set it back to 0. So that's an action. Now let's move on back to let's move on down here. Now let's go to setting the operator here. Here we setting the operator. So what this simply means is that it stores the first number. Here it stores the first number 7, and then stores the operator. So let's take for instance we are adding 10. We are adding 5 plus 5. So here it takes the first number. That's what this is doing. So let's say we are adding 5 plus 5. For instance, we are adding 5 plus 5. We are adding 5 plus to get 10. So we enter the first number. So it stores the first number, which is this. And then it takes the operator, which is plus, stores it. Okay. See, okay. And then this it stores it for another, it stores the calculator for another one. So you see it has stored the 2. So I bring another number. Oh, sorry. So here is the 5. Stores the first number, takes the operator, and then takes different the other number that you want to enter, 5. And so then these are the answer to be. Oh, sorry, these are number to be 10. Just that I made a mistake going through here. So let's delete it. So let's move on to this. This is where the actual calculation is done. So here, whenever you pressed the number on operator, the JavaScript tells it's what to do. So when any button you press on, so for instance if you press on 7, so here with the add is telling us that the first number should come, and then followed by the operator, then bring in our second number, and then we get a result. So you want to subtract, first number will come. Let's get this. You want to subtract, first number will come, bring our operator minus, bring our second number, then equal to, get our results. Then we want to multiply, bring our first number, which is 9, bring our operator the multiplication sign, then bring it 2. So 9 times 2 get our 18. Here's the results here. And then with the division sign, this one, what it did is that it won't allow you to divide a number by 0. So if you divide a number by 0, you get an error. That's what it's saying. Sorry, when you divide a number by error, you get a 0. That's what this is doing over here. First of all, you bring your number. So let's start. Bring your first number and divide by your second number. Get your answer. But whenever you divide any number, sorry, let's clear it. Whenever you divide any number by 0, you get 0. You get 0. That's the answer that you get your 0. Okay. So now let's move on to the third one. This. So it is simply this button. This. So let's press maybe something like 8 times 11, and then let's press equal to sign. So we add 968. So the 968, this is the function. This function, which is the C here, clears it all. So that's what it does. It resets the screen of the calculator back to its initial value, which is 0. So that's what is here. So now let's move on to this function. So this function, what it does is that whenever you press, if you press 4 and then press the add symbol comes, and then it performs the calculation. So you get your 9, then clear it. You want to multiply, you want your multiplication, press your 5, then the multiplication, which brings the multiplication sign, then times any number you want to multiply by, then get your answer. Okay, so that's it. Thank you all for watching this video. Once again, my name is Isaac. Like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all.